Hi, welcome to another episode. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing something a little bit personal. Some times ago, I filmed a video about a day in my life as a loner, and that wasn't like an exaggeration or something like that is new. That's like how I see my life. I feel like I am a loner. One thing is the fact that you are staying alone does not mean that you are a loner. You can have a lot of friends and still feel lonely. Do you understand? Loneliness is marked by feelings of isolation, feelings of separation, rejection, abandonment. It is like a state of mind that is linked to wanting human contact, like a state of solitude or being alone. Loneliness causes people to feel empty, they feel alone and unwanted. I remember some times ago, I used to feel like nobody likes me, nobody wants to be in my space, everybody's just living their lives. I also wish, I have like group of girls that are like, okay, let's go for picnic. I just admire all this, like how people always stay connected. To my hand, I always feel like, what is going on in my life? I have this feeling that is always making me feel like, people don't want me. See, one thing is you can have a lot of friends and still feel lonely. It's just like you're not connected with them. You always feel like, nobody understands me. This can be due to so many reasons. Sometimes you just think that, I feel like I'm not important to anyone. I feel like nobody needs me in their life. I feel like people think nobody really care about my existence. Like you feel alone even within yourself. Sometimes some people just conclude that if I'm alone, I won't be experiencing any form of rejection. Like I don't really have a meaningful relationship. Everybody is just doing their own thing without caring about me. Sometimes you want to like do things and make people relate to you, but they can't. There is nobody that is even ready to like listen to what you have to say. This can be due to so many reasons. It can be to either you changing location, if you just relocate to a new place, or you just got a new job, like a new environment. Before you can stay connected to someone, or for someone to be able to like relate to you, it might take time. This can be due to a divorce or breakup, or even sometimes losing a loved ones. If someone is experiencing low self-esteem, whereby you don't have self-confidence, you always feel like, I don't belong here, this particular set of people can't be my friend, people don't like me, that kind of thing. Or maybe you're an introverted person, you're a non-sociable person, you don't even know how to socialize, you don't go out, you don't explore. That kind of thing will always or have an effect of loneliness within you. This was me years back. Recently, I took it upon myself to take this conscious effort to make a change in my life. I want to become happier. I want to be that person that doesn't care about any of these things anymore. The fact that I'm staying alone doesn't mean that I should be lonely. I can do things that will make me happy and always feel like I have people around me that will make me stay connected even to my inner self. So I've decided to do a whole lot of things to make me extremely, extremely happy. One of the things that I started to do is to make sure that I am my own source of happiness. Like I have stopped putting my happiness in people's hands. Before I realized that if people around me, let's say I have a friend, if this person is sad, I am sad. If this person is happy, that is when I will be happy. Like I have now, it was as if my happiness is based on in people's life. Do you understand? This doesn't mean that I don't care about people around me, but what is happening to my own happiness? Where do I put myself? I have to be my own number one. I have to make sure that I am my own source of happiness. So some of the things that I started to do is started to like understand what my hobbies are. What are these things that I love to do? What are the skills that I like to do to make me happy? What are the things that I can do to keep myself busy and distract myself from having this feeling of I am lonely? I created like a list of activities, some of the things that I can do by myself without needing someone's help, some of the things that I can learn to keep my own company. Like I stopped seeking people's attention, and trust me, It's helped me. When you're in a situation and you're seeking people's attention, fine, you can see someone that will come around, but it is always short-termed. But you are the only one that can be with yourself forever and ever. So there has to be like a way to make sure that inner self is very strong. Another thing is I try to inculcate the habit of trying to be social. So I sometimes go out on my own, even though it has been hard. But I go out on my own. I listen to music more. I watch movies more. I sometimes even consider talking to people. So like this is in the aspect of you can consider talking to a therapist, but in this situation therapy can be very expensive. So it is always best if you have someone that you can talk to that won't judge you. There are times that you want to say something from your mind, but there is nobody to relate it with. There is nobody that will actually listen. There's nobody that will even understand what you're going through. But trust me, if you look deeply, there is always someone out there that is ready to listen, that can just take it in for you. Do you understand? So if you can't get a professional help, please get like a family or a friend that can relate to what you're going through. You can take social media break. Let me say something. See, social media is that place that everybody go to, you laugh, you see a whole lot of things. But do you know that social media can also be like a source of intimidation? Social media can be a place where you start to compare your life with someone else's life and start to feel like your life is not okay or your life is not perfect. I sometimes ditch social media. Like somehow I stopped social media. I stopped social media from being my source of happiness. Like I mentioned earlier, I have to inculcate habits that will make me happy, with people or without people. So I ditch social media sometimes. There are times that if my mental health is not okay, I won't be online. I will just look for a way to work on how to be a better person. Also, I try to like go outside more. I go on dates, solo dates. I'll go out. I'll just decide that I want to go and watch a movie. Do you understand? I read books more. This is one thing that I would say has been constant for like 3-4 months now. Every month I decide to read a book. I also learn to enjoy my company. I can be alone and not lonely. And another thing that I'm trying to do, which I'm still thinking about, is trying to get a companion in disguise. Companion in disguise is like you getting a pet. If you get a pet, when you go out and come back, that there is someone or something waiting for you back at home, and this person will not judge you. And also another thing is I decided to or something that I would say is to build a genuine relationship. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have 1,000 people in your life for you not to feel lonely. If you can build one genuine relationship, if someone can be there for the good, for the bad, for the joyful days, for the not joyful days, it will make a whole lot of sense. So I decided to put in more effort in building genuine relationship, whereby these people around me won't make me feel bad. They won't make me feel like I am not enough. They won't make me feel like, oh, things are not supposed to be going like this in my life. They won't even doubt me. Do you understand? Basically, loneliness is something that should not last in our lives. I realized that I don't even see positivity in things. People sometimes compliment me, but because of how detached I am from the world, I won't appreciate it because I feel like this person is deceiving me. So if you're out there and you feel lonely, or you are in some sort of way not understanding what is going on in your life, I want you to take a conscious effort to turn the table around. Make yourself happy. Do things that are going to please you. Do you understand? And yeah, that brings us to the end of today's video. If you enjoy watching, give this video a thumbs up, share this video, drop a comment in the comment section, and subscribe to this channel. Until next time, bye.